Class is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
So can you attend the class every day? I mean, in working days? I'm going to show you the slides of third chapter, and let me know if you have any questions. In this chapter, we are discussing about the singular functions, and I'll throw you some questions. You should reply me. You should answer me. And first of all, what is functions? What is function? You can unmute and you can answer me instead of typing.
Functions is nothing but a set of actions that will perform the task.
No, actually, functions are a program.
The type of programs. The type of programs.
Yeah, it is a type of program.
Which comes with Oracle RDBMS.
It is functions are a type of program which must return the value. There is one more type of program, procedure, but procedure may or may not return the value, but functions must return the value. Okay. Again, functions are of two types. One is user-defined functions, another is predefined functions. Predefined functions are those functions which comes with the Oracle RDBMS software. Okay, and user-defined functions are those functions which are created by the user. As a user, we can also create the functions in the database. Okay, but here we are discussing about the predefined functions only, not about the user-defined functions. Fine? Is it clear? So, what is functions? What is function?
Is a type of program that returns the value.
Which must return the value. It has to return the value. If you are creating the function or if you are executing the function, it has to return the value, some value. Clear? And functions only will be writing in database only. In programming languages also will be writing it. Okay. Now predefined functions, how it is useful here in SQL?
Those are like used for to like make it easier if you let's say like add or subtract. Those are already predefined, so you don't actually have to like make a function block and actually call it.
Okay. In simple and one word you can say it is useful to modify the data. It is useful to edit the data. It is useful to customize the data. Vigyan has given example, but simply you can say it is useful to customize the data or modify the data. Okay. Like if you want to convert from lowercase to uppercase or from uppercase to lowercase, or if you want to change the data type of the data from number to character or from character to number or from the date value, if you want to display only month, you can use functions. This some examples I have given. Many more customization we can do with the data. And the function will take arguments. How many arguments it will take? Yes.
Any number of arguments.
Sorry?
It can take any number of arguments.
Yeah, it can take 0 or more arguments. Some functions not take any arguments. And what is actually arguments? See, today we are discussing about the two recordings. And if you are not able to hear the other recordings, I'll give it again. But go through the notes. We'll discuss it. Go through the notes, and we'll discuss about that. And it may get clear. And recording again, I'll share you today only. I'll try to share today only. Okay. So what about inputs? What is argument here? I said functions may take 0 or more arguments. So what is argument actually? Inputs it is. Inputs. Okay. While when you execute the function, in function there will be logic. There will be logic written. Okay. That logic will get executed. And after executing it, it will return the output. But to execute that logic, sometime we need to give the input. Okay. Sometime we need to give the values there. and based on the values it will do the calculation, it will operate, it will execute it, and then it will return the output. So arguments are nothing but inputs. Fine. And functions, predefined functions are again divided into two types. Predefined functions again has been categorized into two types: single row functions, multi-row functions. Now, which functions are known as single row function? Which functions are known as single row functions?
Return one result per row.
The functions which operates on each row and which gives a result for each row. If you use function on suppose any column, suppose if I am using I am using lower function on ename column, suppose. So that lower function, it will operate on ename column on each row, and from each row it will take the data, it will take the employee name, and it will convert into the lowercase. So each name it will take as a input and it will return in lowercase. Got it? So single row functions are those functions which operate on each row and which gives the output for each row. And what about multi-row functions? What about
Return one result per set of row.
Yeah, multi-row function operates on group of rows.
Group of
Multi-row functions will operate on set of rows, you can say, or you can say on multiple rows, or you can say on group of rows, and it will give one result per one group. Multi-row functions operates on group of rows and it will give one output for one group, whereas single row function operates on each row and it gives the output for each row. And in this chapter we are going to see about single row functions only. Multi-row functions we'll see in 5th chapter. Here, will you say clear? I'm not going to change the slide.
Yes.
These are some of the points of single row functions. If you have any question, you can ask me. If you want, you can go through this. Okay, tell me if you have any questions from this point. Yes? No questions? And single row function, see this point. Single row function we can nest up to any level here. Single row function we can nest up to any level. What is mean by nesting? What is mean by nesting? Aparna, your audio is on, but I'm not able to hear you. What is mean by nesting? Writing one function within another function. When you write one function within another function, it is known as nesting. Okay, and single row function we can nest up to any level. There is no limitation. And when I write nested function, how it will execute? From outside to inside or inside to outside? Yes. It will execute from inside to outside. Yeah, Aparna, right. It will execute from inside to outside. Yes, Ashmita. And in the function as an argument, we can give column or we can give expressions here, the last point. Okay, in the function as an argument, we can give anything actually. You can give column name or we can give expression or we can give literal value or we can give other things also. But whatever data we require in that particular place in function, that data that should return there. Whatever we give, it should return the related data there. We can give literal value, we can give column name, we can give expression. And a single row function has been categorized into different types: character function, number function, date function, conversion function, and general function. Any questions from this? This already I have explained. The function which customize the character data are known as character functions. The function which customize the number data are known as number functions. The functions which customize the date data is known as date functions. The functions which customize the the function which convert the data from one data type to another data type, it is known as conversion function. And the function which can operate on any data type, okay, it is known as general functions. And then here we have started with the character functions. Again, character functions has been categorized into two types: conversion functions, case conversion function, character manipulation functions. And in case conversion function, these three functions has been categorized. And in character manipulation functions, remaining functions has been categorized. And this is not the complete list, guys. There are some more character manipulation functions, but we are not discussing all. We are discussing only those one which it is useful to ETL testers. Okay, so here we'll be discussing these functions only. And I have discussed about, I have given these notes now. I have shared these class examples, right, with you all.
Yes.
So please go through this also. So we discussed about the upper function. We discussed about the lower function. If you have any question, you can ask me. We discussed about the initCap function. We discussed about the length function. What actually length function will do? If I want to find out the length of any data, what actually it will return?
It will return the.
It will check the length, but what actually it will return?
Length.
It will return how many characters are there or numbers are there. It will check.
Length function will
The count.
number of characters or number of digits.
Number.
Okay. Each digit each digit will treat it as a character only. If you give number, length function will return number of digits. If you give string, see, a collection of characters is known as string. Collection of characters are known as string. So if you give character, it will count the number of characters and it will return the count. And if it will count the number of digits and it will return the count there. It will return the number. Okay. And then we discuss about reverse function. What reverse function will do? What?
It will return the string in the reverse order.
Yeah, it will return the string or character in the reverse order. So in length also we can give anything. We can give one argument. We can give anything. We can give column name. We can give literal value, or we can give any other thing also. But that whatever we give, it should return some data there. Yeah, Shmita, space is also treated as a character. You are right. If you give space in the length function, it will count the space also, because space is also a character. And the reverse function, it will display the string in the reverse order. And for what purpose actually we can use it?
For palindrome, I mean,
yeah, to check whether the given word is palindrome word or not, or to check whether in the column any word is palindrome word or not. And then we discussed about LTrim function. What LTrim function will do?
It will trim the function, the characters from the left side of the text.
Yeah, from left side of the data, it will trim the character. Trimming means removing. Okay, it will trim the characters from left side of the data. Will it trim the characters from the middle of the string?
No.
No. It will trim from extremely left side. Generally, in real time, they used to trim the spaces. Generally, data will have spaces both side, or sometimes it will have the data will have the space left side only. So normally they use this ltrim function to trim the spaces from left side or right side. But we can trim other characters also. And can we trim multiple characters with ltrim function, or we can trim only one character?
Multiple, we can trim multiple.
Yeah, more than one character we can trim. And what about rtrim function?
It will remove from the right side, rightmost.
From right side.
Yeah, it will trim right from right side. Ltrim and rtrim are same only. Only one difference is there. Rtrim function will trim the characters from right side. Ltrim function will trim the characters from left side. What about if I want to trim the character from both sides?
You should keep both.
We should write ltrim function within rtrim function or rtrim function within ltrim function. We should write nested function there. We should use both the function, yes. And here I have shown about the nested function. Nested function, when we write one function within another function, it is known as nested function, and it will execute from inside to outside. So when I execute it, first inner function will execute, it will return the output to the outer function, then outer function will execute. Next, we have one more function, trim function. What is the use of trim function?
It will trim from right.
From ltrim and rtrim function.
It can trim from both sides. From left side or right side and right side.
Last week? Did we discuss this function in the last week? No? Yes. I'm getting confused with the other batch. Whether I discuss with you or with other batch. Did I discuss with you all these functions? No, yes.
I think yes. We discussed, I think so.
In the last week?
Yes, I think we discussed this one.
Yeah, we discussed up to ltrim, sir.
We'll discuss.
Yes, we discussed up to ltrim, sir.
November 11th, it has given.
That's what I think for number 11.
So, yeah, from here we need to discuss. I'm sorry, we have wasted time till there. It's my mistake, sorry.
No, sir, we also didn't say.
Okay, now here we have this week contents are from here, from concat function. Now, what is the use of concat function?
To combine two expressions or statements.
To combine two character.
No, to combine two column data. If you want to combine two column data, if you want to display two column data combinedly, you can use concat function. Now, if I want to combine more than two columns, then I should write one concat function within another concat function. Because using concat function, I can combine two columns only I can combine. Okay, because concat function will take two inputs only, two arguments only. But if you want to combine more than three columns, you can write one function within another function. See here this is example. You can combine any number of columns. Only the thing is you have to write one function within another function. It is similar to the concatenation operator. But here concat is a function and the two vertical lines, this is a operator. Work is same only. Fine. And can we concatenate? Can we concat a column with the literal value? Yes. Can we concat column with the literal value? Can we concat column with the literal value? Yes. See, in a concat function, you can see here, in one of the argument we can give literal value also. See, here it is example. In first argument here I am giving literal value, and in second argument I am giving the column name. We can do that. We can also concatenate column with the literal value. We can also combine column with the literal value. And what about instr function? What is the use of instr function?
It will insert this string.
Instr function. It is useful to find out the character number in
position number.
In the data. If you want to find out any character position number, if you want to find out, you can find out with the help of instr function. Okay. Any questions from this? And in this instr function, we can give 4 arguments. In first argument data, and in second argument give the character whose position number you want to find out, and in third argument you will be giving the starting point from where you want to search this searching character in the data. That starting point you will be giving in the third argument, and in fourth argument you will be giving which occurrence, because the character may be more than one time in data. Okay, it might be one time in data, it might be 2 times in data. So which occurrence of this searching character position number you want to find out, that number you will be giving in the fourth argument. If you give suppose 2 here in fourth argument, then the searching character second occurrence will position number it will return. If you give number 2 in second argument, then the searching character second occurrence position number instr function will return. Second and third argument is optional, not mandatory. If you don't give third and fourth argument. Third and fourth argument are optional, not mandatory. If you don't give third argument, it will take 1 by default. And if you don't give fourth argument, it will take 1 by default. And in third argument, you can give negative number also. Give negative number, the searching character will be searched from right side in the data. In the data, it will search the searching character from right side. And if you give positive number here in third argument, then in the data, searching character will be searched from left side. And counting always it will do from the left side only. Here, I have given the examples here with negative number also. In third argument with negative number also I have given the example. So you should try out all these examples. You should execute these examples. Are you doing that?
Yes.
Whatever examples are given, please try out that also. Execute it and see the output, whether it is returning the right output or not. And what about SQL function?
It will retrieve the substring
from the string.
That string.
From the string or from the data, if you want to retrieve few characters. Otherwise, you can say if you want to retrieve substring, then you can use SQL function. And SQL function will take 3 arguments. In first argument, you can give the data. Okay, and as a data, you can give column name, you can give literal value, or you can give any other things also. But it should return some data there. And in second argument, here you will be giving the starting position. From which character you want to retrieve the substring, that starting number you will be giving here. Starting position number you will be giving here. And this can be positive number or it can be negative number. If you give positive number, it will see the starting character from left side. And if you give negative number here, it will see the from right side. And then in third argument, you will be giving how many characters you want to retrieve. If you don't give third argument, then it will retrieve till the end of the string, till the last character of the string. Clear? Any questions from this? Any questions from this? I think no questions are there. And using this instr function and SQL-str function, I have given one example here. Right? You can see this is the data is there in the table. In second column, first name, middle name and last name is there in the table. And from this I want to display first name in a separate column, middle name in a separate column and last name in a separate column. Okay. And I don't want to display semicolon. Each first name and middle name are separated with semicolon. So here semicolon is a delimiter and the middle name and last name is separated with semicolon. Okay, so semicolon I don't want to display. I want to just display in first column I want to display first name. In second column I want to display middle name. In third column I want to display last name. And that we can do by using this SQL-str and instr function. And here within SQL-str function I am using instr function. I am using nested function. And this will be the output. Oh, here I have not taken comma here. Now again I'm going to execute. Here in this way I want to display first name, then middle name and then last name. Okay, now next is number functions. Have you understood about round function? It is useful to round the number values.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Any questions? Okay, tell me the outputs. See, for this statement, what will be the output?
That's 49.
Tell me complete value.
247.49.
Yes, yes. And for this?
That is 247.48.
Yes. And if anyone has any question, they can ask me. And for this?
That is 2.
It will take same only
247.
2.5.
Sorry?
No, 240. I think
Same value it will print.
that's 248, is it?
Now again tell me, Aparna, tell me, Suraj, tell me again. I got confused. Again tell me the answer.
It will print the same value, sir.
What same value? Tell me.
No, that's 248.
248 he is saying. What you say? Yes, it will be 248 only. When you give 0 in second argument, it will not return any decimal value. It will return only integer, but after rounding. And to round it, you will see the first decimal digit. And if the first decimal digit is 5 or above 5, then the last integer value will be incremented by 1. And here last integer is a 7. So it will be incremented by 1. So here it will return 248. And what about if I don't give any number in second argument here? What will be the output for this?
The same, 248.
Whether you give 0 in second argument or whether you don't give any argument. In second argument, when you don't give any number or when you give 0, output will be same only. So when you don't give second argument, by default it will take 0 only. Angal, it is not 247, it will be 248. And what about this statement?
So
What about the output for this statement?
that's 250.
What about Aparna, Vigyan? Again wrong. Ashmita? Yes, your answer was wrong, Vigyan. Santosh, you're not replying. Ashmita? It will be, your answer is correct. Who gave answer? Vigyan? No, Suraj.
Suraj, 250.
250 only. See here, when you give -1, when you give negative number, okay, left side to the decimal point, that many integer value it will not display. So here when you give negative number, like -1 it is given, no? So all the decimal values will not be displayed, and left side to the decimal point, one integer value will also not be displayed. Okay, and in place of that it will return 0, and remaining integer value it will display, but after rounding, and to round it, it will see this left side to the decimal point, it will see this first integer value. It is above 4, so this second integer value from right side, it will be incremented by 1. Okay, so it will be 250. Got it? It will be 250. See. And what about for this?
That is 1300.
1300.
1300. Correct?
Yes.
Santosh, Mangal, Ashmita, Vigyan. Is it correct? 1300? Yes, it is correct only. When you are giving -2, okay, all the decimal values will not be displayed, and left side to the decimal point, okay, it will not display 2 integer digit also, and in place of the 2 integer digit, it will display 0. Here it will do in this way. When you give -2, it will not display any decimal values, and left side to the decimal point, it will not display this 2 integer value also. Okay, and in place of that, it will return 0. And remaining integer digit it will display, but after rounding, and to round it, it will see the second integer digit here according to this example. Okay, now second integer digit from right side is 5. So any number, if it is 5 or above 5, okay, this third integer digit from the right side, the third integer digit will be incremented by 1. So here it will be 1300. Okay, now we'll go to the trunc function. Trunc function we can also use with the number values. And trunc function, it is useful to truncate the number values. And between trunc function and round function, one difference is there. Trunc function and round function is same only, but trunc function will not round the value. Round function will round the value. Only this is the difference. Okay, round function will increment the value. Trunc function will not increment the value. This is only the difference. You should give me the answer. Tell me about this. What output it will give?
123.4.
123.5 or 4.
4.4.
What about other? Aparna? Vigyan? Mangal?
123.4, I think so. I don't know.
Vigyan, just now I said it will not increment the value. Again, you are giving 5. If it is round function, in this place, if you would have used round function, then your answer would have been correct. Now here it will be 123.4 only. Now here, because I am giving 1 in the second argument, okay, it will display all the integer and it will display 1 decimal value, but without incrementing, without rounding, and remaining decimal digits it will truncate. In round function also it is doing the same thing, but there it will increment the value. In round function, this is a round function example. So round function here, what it will do, it will see the second argument. I'm giving one now. So it will display all the integer and it will display one decimal value, and remaining decimal values it will truncate. Okay, it will display all the integer and it will display one decimal value only, but after rounding. And why it will display one decimal value? Because I have given 1 in the second argument. So it will display 123.1 decimal value, but after rounding, and to round it, it will see the second decimal value. It is above 4, so this first decimal value will be incremented by 1. Okay, so here the output will be 123.5. But the same thing if I use with trunc function, here, the output will be different. Now here trunc function will also return 123.4 only. Remaining decimal digits it will truncate. But here this 4 it will not increment, it will not round it. It will return these values as it is. And why it will return one decimal only? Because again here I have given 1 in the second argument. So trunc function will return, when you give positive number here, then it will return all the integers and it will return that many decimal digits also. I am giving +1 now here. So it will return all the integer and it will return one decimal digit also. Remaining decimal digits it will truncate. And this one decimal digit which it is returning, it will display without rounding, without incrementing. Okay. Then what about this statement?
The 0, 1, 2, 3.
Yes, it's 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Yes. Answer is 1. What about this?
Same.
Yes, 1, 2, 3 only. When you give 0 in second argument, or when you don't give any number in the second argument, okay, it will return only integer. It will not return any decimal. It will return only integer without rounding. So see the output simultaneously. It is 123, and here also it is 123. And what about this?
This is 1, 2, 0. 120.
And what about other? What is others answer? Suraj answer is 120. Return 120 only, yes. So when you give negative number here, then no decimal digit will be displayed. All the decimal digit will be truncated. When you give negative -1 here, then all the decimal digit will be truncated, and left side to the decimal point, one integer digit will also get truncated. And in place of that integer digit, it will return 0. And the remaining integer digits also it will return, but without incrementing. So the output will be 1, 2, 0 only. And what about this statement?
1, 2, it is 1, 0, 0, yeah, 100.
Yes, 1, 0, 0 here. Now here, because you are giving -2, so all the decimal digit will be truncated. Left side to the decimal point, 2 integer digit will also get truncated. And in place of that, it will return 0. And this third integer digit from right side, the third integer digit will not get incremented here. So here it will return 1, 0, 0 as it is. So till here we discussed on 19. I've given the recording till here. Now next is about mod function. What mod function will do? So all we are discussing about number functions. Character function is over that time only. Round and trunc function belongs to number function. Now what is mod function? What it will do? It will return a reminder, yes.
It is a reminder, yeah.
And if I want to find out whether the given number is even number or odd number, because generally mod function, it is useful to find out the given number is odd number or even number. Okay, then Tell me. So
Sorry.
what I should do? If I want to find out whether the given number is odd number or even number, then what I should do?
Should
For
check
even number,
that
remainder
if
should
mod
be 0.
is equal to 0, then it is even. Otherwise, it is odd.
If it's 1, then it's
Here, this mod function will return the reminder. I mean, it will find out. Here, if I execute this, will this statement will return? With this statement can we find out whether the given number is odd number or even number?
No, we should give it in
Yes.
where clause.
Sorry.
Should give it in the where clause.
No, that is different. Here, tell me in mod function, should do any changes here to find out this number 10 even number or odd number? Do I should do any changes here? Assume that I am using this mod function in where clause only. So do I need to do any changes here? In second argument, you should give 2 only. If you want to find out whether the given number is odd number or even number, in second argument, you should give 2 only. You should not divide with any other number. Okay, you should give 2 in second argument. You should divide the first argument number by 2 only if you want to find out whether the given number is odd number or even number. And what about if I give highest number in first argument? Sorry, if I give the lowest number in first argument. See, in this statement, I am giving lowest number in the first argument and highest number in the second argument. Then what will happen? Will it give error? It will not give error. Then what it will do? That is true, it will not give error. But what output it will give? Yeah, Aparna. It will return first argument number in the output. See, generally in the mod function, to find out the remainder, in first argument we should give highest number and in second argument we should give lowest number. But if you give lowest, if you give lowest number in first argument, if you give lowest number in first argument and highest number in second argument, it will not give error, but it will return the first argument number in the output. And if you want to find out whether the given number is odd number or even number, okay, you can use mod function in first in where clause, and you can equalize with 0. So when mod function, when it divide the first argument number with second argument number, and whatever remainder it returns, whatever output it returns, that will be equally compared with 0. If it matches, that means that given number is a even number. If it does not matches, then that means that given number is odd number. Okay, because when we divide any number with 2 in the mod function, when we divide any number with 2, and if it returns the remainder 1, that means it is a odd number. And when mod function, when we divide with 2, when mod function returns 0, that means that is a even number. And what about ABS function? What it will do? What ABS function will do?
negative value, positive value, negative.
It will convert positive number into negative number into positive number. And to convert the positive number into negative number, we should give minus before ABS function. So if you have any questions in any particular topic, you can ask me. And what about power function? Is it clear about this power function? In power function, if I give negative number in second argument, what will happen? So in this statement, in power function, I am giving minus 2 in second argument. So what it will do actually? it will multiply this base number by itself 2 times, because we are giving 2 here. So it will multiply this base number by itself 2 times, but in the denominator. Okay. If you give positive number in second argument, then this base number will be multiplied by itself in the numerator. Okay. If you give negative number, then base number will be multiplied by itself in the denominator. Like here, 1 divided by 2 into 2. It will be 1 by 4 and it will be 0.25. And what about SQRT function? SQRT function will return the square root for the given number. Okay, and in SQRT function, within the parenthesis, we should give positive number only. In SQRT function, when we give the input, it should be positive number only. We should not give negative number. So can you tell me what will be the output for this statement? What for this? Sorry?
It's 5.
Sorry? It will give error. If I give, see here what I am doing in SQRT function, I am giving negative number here. I am giving minus 25. So here it will give error. In SQRT function, we should not give negative number. We should give.
Yeah, we cannot give negative values.
Yes. But if you want to give that suppose negative number is there in the column itself, and if you want to execute it, you can convert that negative number into positive number using ABS function. And then we discussed about date functions. Okay, sysdate is a date function. Sysdate function, what it will do? It will return the current date from the database. It will return the current date from the database. Now, why we should return the current date from the database? Normally, if we display the date value, will not it display the data from the database? Will client system and database will cannot have the same date value? Yes, it may not have. It may not have, because database maybe database will be the database server of the company, and we will be accessing from our system. Okay, when we work for the company, the database may be running in some other computer, and as a user will be logging into the database server. Suraj, some sound is coming, please mute. So we'll be logging from our system as a user or as a ETL tester or as a programmer. We will be logging from our system, okay, in the database server. So database server may be running in some other system in some other location, and as a user will be logging into the database server from our system, from our computer or from our laptop. So whichever laptop, whichever computer we'll be using as a user, it is known as client system, and the system in which database will be running, it is known as database server. So both can have different date and time. Okay. See, database server might be in India, and you might be accessing the database server from America. Okay. So both are in two different locations, and US and India have different timings, right? So database can have different date and time. Client system or session can have different date and time. And sysdate function, systimestamp function will return the date values from the database server. But sysdate function will return only date. Systimestamp function will return date, time, and time zone value. Now, what is time zone value? It is the difference between Greenwich time and local region time. Greenwich is a place in England, whose time has been taken as a standard time. And from the Greenwich time, other countries, other region time will be subtracted. And that difference is known as time zone value. And how this time zone value will be useful? By using the time zone value of any country, we can find out that country current date and time. By using the time zone value of any region, we can find out the current date and time of that region. Clear? On what current underscore date function will do? What current underscore date function will return? See, these functions is not taking any input. Current underscore date function or systimestamp function or sysdate function, these are not taking any inputs. Just when we are executing it, it is returning the output. So tell me, current underscore date function, what it will do? It will return the current date from the
Client system.
client system, or you can say session, because
Yes, yes.
in the client system only. When we open the SQL developer tool from our system, okay, and when we make a connection with the database, session starts. So session will be running in client system. Okay. So when session runs, current underscore date function will return the current date from the session, or you can say from the client system, and it will return it will return only date. It will return DD, MON, RR. DD stand for date, MON stand for 3 characters of the month, RR stand for years, 2 digits of the year. And current underscore timestamp function, it will also return the current date, time and time zone value from the session only. Local timestamp, it will return current date, time from the session only. So what is the difference between local timestamp and current underscore timestamp? What is the difference between current underscore timestamp and local timestamp? Current underscore timestamp will return current date, time and time zone value, but local timestamp will return only current date and time. It will not return the time zone value. And this is how you can set the time zone value in the session. After setting the time zone value, if you execute these functions, okay, there will be no difference in output of sysdate function and systemstamp function. Okay, but there will be a difference in the output of current underscore date, current underscore timestamp, local timestamp. Whatever time zone value we set in the session, according to that, these 3 functions will return the date and time. Suppose this time zone value belongs to Canada. So not this one. +8, -8. If I give -8 here, suppose, if I set -8 in the session, time zone value -8 if I set in the session, okay. Now these 3 functions will return the date and time according to this time zone value. And this time zone value belongs to Canada, I think. So if I set the time zone value of the Canada, okay, these 3 functions will return current date and time of Canada. Okay, now here if I set +8, suppose. Now this time zone value belongs to somewhere, in this side, east side, like near to Japan. This time zone belongs to some country near to Japan. Okay, so after setting this time zone value, if I execute this statement, okay, these 3 functions will return the current date and time of that particular country, to whichever country or region this time zone value belongs, near to Japan it is. So it will return the current date and time of that particular region. So these 3 functions will return the current date and time according to what a time zone value has been set in the session. So by setting the time zone value in the session, you can find, by using these functions, you can find out current date and time of any country or any region. And about the arithmetic with the date values. Between date and number, what arithmetic we can do? Between date and number, what arithmetic we can do? We can do only subtraction. Why you are not giving any reply? No one is giving reply.
Yeah, one is subtraction.
Only subtraction we can do. And between 2 date values. And guys, this is a statement with which we can set the date format in the session. And what is the default date format in Oracle? What is the default date format in Oracle? But I expect answer in audio, not in text.
I think that is subtraction or date format.
Default date format is DD, MON, RR.
DDM, yeah, DDMM and RR.
Not MON it is actually. DD, 2 digits of the date, 3 characters of the month, and 2 digits of the year. This is the default date format. DD, MON, RR. And if you want to display the date value in other format, you can set the date. You can set the date format in the section. Like here, I want to display date, month, and century and year. Okay. So here you can set the date format accordingly. With this statement, you can set the date format in the session. And between some child have for example. Suraj.
Yeah, sorry. I unmuted.
When you want to give answer at that time, you can unmute. Okay, between two date values, what arithmetic operation we can do?
Subtraction.
Only subtraction. We cannot do addition. We cannot do multiplication. We cannot do division. And between data and number, I forgot what answer I have given. Between data and number, what we can do? We can do addition and subtraction both. Between data and number, we can do arithmetic operation, addition and subtraction. We cannot do multiplication, we cannot do division. Only addition and subtraction we can do. And between two date values, we can do only addition, multiplication, division we cannot do. And when we subtract two date values, what will be the output? In which unit it will return the output? In days or in months or in year or in week? When I subtract two date values, in which unit it will return the output? Days, month, year, week, or quarter?
Date format it will come.
The difference will be in days. When I subtract this statement as hard date, it will return the difference between two dates, and the difference will be in days. The difference will be in days. Okay, if I give lowest date first and if I give highest date second, what will happen? Like here I am giving. If I give lowest date
negative,
and then if I give highest date, sorry?
Negative, sir.
It will return the output but with minus. Negative number it will return. So always try to give highest value first, highest date value first, then lowest date value. Okay. Which date is known as highest date? Which date is known as lowest date? Oldest date is the highest date or lowest? Oldest date is highest date or lowest date?
Oldest days are lowest days.
Yes. Oldest dates are lowest date and recent dates are highest dates. And last underscore day function, what it will do?
It will returns the last day of that month.
Yeah. Last
it returns the last day of the month.
Last day underscore day function will give the return the last date of the month and it will take the month from the given date value. Okay, so from the given date value it will see the month, it will see the year, and it will return the last date of the month. And what about next underscore day function?
It will display the next day.
It will return the
of the week.
It will return the next day's date. Okay. So and in next underscore day function, you can give date value in first argument, and you can give a name of the day in second argument, or you can give number of the day in the second argument. Any one you can give. Either you can give name of the day or you can give number of the day. And for each day, what number you can use, I have listed here. Okay. And whatever date value we give here, related to that only it will return the next day's date. Okay, always we don't give your current date only, we can give any date. So whatever date we give, okay, according to that only it will return the related next date. Okay. And here in the example I have used sysdate function to return the current date. You can use any date. Here I have used sysdate function to return the current date, but you can use any date. You can enter any date there. So till here I will discuss on the second recording. So second recording, have you heard? Have you gone through the second recording? First and second recording. You can access first and second recording, no?
It's on 22nd one, sir.
22nd one. Have you gone through?
Yes.
21st?
I think first one and the,
Sorry? See, first
yeah, 20.
belongs to date 19. First recording belongs to date 19. Second recording belongs to date 21st. And third one was 22nd. Fourth one was of 23rd. So 23rd and 22nd and 23rd, again I'll check.
Actually, I can't access 21st one, sir. I can only access 19th one in my system. I don't know about others, but I can access only 19th one, but I can't access 21st one.
That is from Google Drive. What about from YouTube? In YouTube it is there, 21st one?
Yes, sir. In YouTube it is there.
But you did not go through this. Okay, what I'll do is today I'll create the channel. In YouTube, I'll create my channel. Yesterday I did not get time to create the channel. So I just uploaded like that and I have shared the link. I'll create the channel and make it public. And I'll upload all these recordings. Okay. So till 21st recording only, we have discussed the concepts here. I'll give the recording for that, go through this today again. And 23rd recording audio is not there, so I should record it again. I'll record it, or I'll share from the previous my classes, batches. Okay. So concept wise, theoretically, you can also go through this. Have you gone through this? I mean, you have not heard the recording. You have not gone through the recording, but have you gone through the notes till 21st?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You have understood everything, right?
Yes, sir.
Almost, yes.
Okay then. And still, if you have questions, I'll upload it again to and I'll share it. And 21st is there in YouTube, so if you want, you can go through that again, or I'll share it again. And 23rd recording, I should record it again today because audio is not working in that.
Are you going to send with the Google, Drive to them?
Anyway, in Google Drive, it is showing that problem processing. Still, it has not. It is showing still it is processing. But actually,
Long time on Google Drive. Yes.
Sorry.
It's taking time on Google Drive.
Yeah, so I'll share through the YouTube otherwise.
Sir, if they ask anything in interview, they'll ask in query wise or some.
Anyway, they can ask you. They can ask you query also. So whichever query is important, I know that. Still, we are discussing about the functions now. Wherever it is important, interview wise, I'll let you know. Okay.
Hello.
Yeah. Mangal, tell me. What was unavailable yesterday?
Yes, sir. I just.
No, 1 second. Bigyan is giving some.
Yeah.
Also, are you going to send the other YouTube video as well? Yeah, Bigyan. In this week, 4 recordings I did, and last recording audio is not there, so I have to record it again, and that I can share it. Okay. And other 3 recordings also I'll upload in the YouTube. So till 21st, anyhow we discuss. So you can go through 23rd, 22nd, and 23rd recording because you need to ask the doubt tomorrow from that. And for 21st, you say you folks are saying that you have not gone through the recording, so you can go through that. Already we discussed the concept. You can go through that, and from that also, if you want to ask the question tomorrow, you can ask it. Yeah, Mangal, tell me.
No, sir. Just I was checking the audio today, so it's okay today. Connected with the. Yeah, the last couple of days I had a problem. So I just today it's okay. I said.
Okay. Yeah. Anything else, guys?
All right, thank you. Tomorrow, tomorrow I will ask
And
the
this
questions.
next week, I'll send. This time I did not again same problem with the throat. So this week I'll try to send every day 2 hours recording. I'll try to cover the last week, whatever the last week I have not sent properly. This week I'll try to cover it, and I'll send 2 hours recording every day. And I'll send for
Okay.
this recording. So total 10 hours recording I'll send this week. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, yes. This recording, whatever we are discussing now, this recording also I'm going to send it. But the problem will be, I need to convert it after logging out. Okay, I need to convert this recording into MP4. So to convert it, it will take 1 hour. So after converting only, I can share with you. And after completing this third and fourth chapter, I will be sending the exercise question. Okay, after completing the chapter only, I'll send the exercise question. Till then, you can try out with first and second chapter exercise question only. Solve first and second chapter exercise question. Have you solved that? First chapter and second chapter exercise questions.
Yes, that's been solved.
Okay.
Yeah, we are trying, sir.
Okay. Okay, sure. So if no questions are there, we'll disperse now. We'll meet tomorrow at the same time.
Okay. Good evening.
Okay. Have a nice day and have a nice weekend. Good night.
Right. Good night, sir. Same to you.
Yeah, bye.